Hey guys, my name's Will with Adventure the Whole Way, and this is another one of our 2-day weekend trips. We split this trip up and spent one day on the Oregon coast in the Mount Hebo region, and then the second day of the trip we were in Sisters, Oregon. We camped 2 nights. The first night we could hear the waves crash on the beach, and the second night we had amazing mountain views and just enjoyed being at camp after riding trails all day. We mapped trails for OnX Offroad. We did have one mishap, which required the winch for us to get out of a hole we got down into, but we enjoyed great scenery of mountains and wildflowers, lakes, and just had a great time out on the trail. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, follow, and subscribe. We are trying to grow our channel. We have a goal to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so any support would be greatly appreciated. Enjoy the video, and we'll see you for the next adventure.
For about 77 miles, continue straight.
What's up, guys? It's Will with Adventure the Whole Way, headed out for a weekend trip. It's Saturday, so our weekend is Sunday and Monday. We'll be over in the Mount Hebo area on the Oregon coast tomorrow. Gonna map 12 trails over there, and then Monday we'll be back over in Sisters. Got 14 more to go over there. So we'll be out mapping trails and trying to find good sites, relaxing, 2 nights of camping. It's a little bit windy right now, hoping that dies down a little bit, but here's hoping for an awesome weekend. So let's go see what we can get into. Alright guys, we just got everything packed up this morning. We rolled into camp at about 1:30 last night. Passed by a really big wreck on the way here, and then we had to chase down a little bit of gas. And got here late, got set up, and for never being in the area and finding this spot on OnX, I'm very pleased with it. It was a very pretty camp spot. We were all the way at the dead end of this little Forest Service road, and we were elevated up and straight out the back of the tent had a view of some mountains. Just off to the passenger side we had a view of the ocean. That's the drone footage you just saw. But going to sleep last night you could hear the waves on the beach, and it was really nice. So now we're setting off. We have 12 trails to map over here today, and we're gonna see what we can find that's pretty and worth seeing. Just this little ride with these big pink and purple wildflowers is really nice. So I'm hoping we come into some pretty coastal views today, and we'll keep you updated. Let's go. Alright guys, we are done over in the Mount Hebo area. We had 12 trails to map. We did 13, one extra just as a cushion there. It's been a decent morning of trail riding. It's about 2:30. Second trail of the day, I had a check engine light come on the Jeep. We had stopped at the end of the trail, and the Jeep has the auto start stop. I usually turn it off as soon as I get in, but I forgot to turn it off. So it turned off, and when it went to turn back on, it struggled to turn it back on, and the check engine light came on. So I kind of feel like my auxiliary battery in the Jeep has gone bad. But we're done here, and we're headed over to Sisters. So I'll stop at an O'Reilly's Auto Parts or AutoZone, something like that, and get them to read the code for me. Other than that, it was pretty flawless, except for the video you just saw. I was coming up a steep incline, and there was apparently a slick log down in the fern that I couldn't see, and slid off in a good-sized ditch. So had to break the winch out and pull ourselves out the hole. But that being said, we're done over here. It was a good morning of riding trails. We got about a 2.5 hour ride to Sisters, I think, and then be trying to figure out if we're gonna be able to hit a couple trails before finding camp, or just maybe one on the way to camp. But we will keep you updated on that, and if I figure anything out about the battery, I'll let you know about that too. But for now, we're about to hit some pavement, so we'll see you in Sisters. Alright guys, we did our trails in Mount Hebo this morning, and we've been over here in Sisters for about 3 hours mapping some trails. There's the Three Sisters looking gorgeous out there, and the top of Washington, and then Broken Top back behind it. But it's been a good day. and we are headed down to find camp now. For today, we did our 12 that we had over in Hebo, and then we've done 8 here in Sisters. So we'll map some more trails in the morning, but we're going to find camp. Got a couple good prospects up here, so we'll see where we end up. But that's one of the best views you'll get in all of Oregon right there. We're a good ways away from it, out here riding trails. We decided to do stuff on the outskirts and not go into Sisters tonight, but those are some pretty mountains. We'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, we have made it to camp. That's the drone footage you just saw. Caught the last light shining on the mountains tonight. Got the tent set up, and we're getting dinner going tonight. We're having a 5 cheese tortellini with chicken and mushrooms and a garlic vodka sauce. So I'm pretty excited about that. Copious amounts of Kinders here. But that does it for today. Like I said in the previous video, 12 trails in Hebo, 8 here for the day. It's a good day. We're gonna ride some more tomorrow. Try not to be too rushed for time tomorrow, and try to get home at a decent hour tomorrow. We got some busy couple weeks coming up, and want to get home, start getting ready for the next trips, and I got to get the Jeep to the shop in the morning, putting the drag link on, some new sway bars, rear sway bar reinforcement bracket for the JT Gladiator, changing out all the diff oil, transfer case oil, and I was doing something else to an alignment after that. But yeah, got a lot of errands, so just gonna try to get home at a decent hour tomorrow, and get ready for the week. And little spoiler alert for next weekend, we're probably gonna be in Nevada. If we're not in Nevada, we're gonna be in the Olympics. So stay tuned for that. Not sure which way it's gonna go yet. And then our first ever out of the country. It's out of the country, but we're going into Canada for our first Canadian weekend overlanding. Got some people going with us, so looking forward to that. And then after that, we are doing our first excursion series. So it's a new thing that I've decided to do once a year, maybe twice a year. We're going to take a 10-day to 14-day trip somewhere, and just a little short excursion, but it's going to be epic places, not just camping in the backyard for 10 days. It's going to be going and seeing a lot, doing a lot. So this year for our excursion series, starting August 1st, we're going to be doing a cross-country trip here in the U.S. We'll be going from Oregon down to Florida and then working our way back. And it's probably going to be depending on how much video footage there is, it's probably going to be a 4, 5, or 6 part series. And it'll be the excursion series, and that'll be an annual thing. We have intentions to go do some global traveling. I'm not going to give away any hints on it just yet, what our first really big one is, but we got some big things coming, so we're getting ready for what's coming. Tonight we're going to have dinner and get ready for bed, and then map a little bit more tomorrow, and we'll see you for that. So I'll throw a picture right here in the corner of dinner. I'm sure it was delicious, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It is Monday around 8:30. We are leaving camp. Slept in a little bit later this morning than we did yesterday, but we're headed towards Sisters to go get some fuel and maybe stop by the Sisters Bakery if they're open, hopefully. But right here in front of us, you got Black Butte to the far left, then you got Broken Top in the middle, and then you got the Three Sisters. And we camped like 100 yards from here. You saw the drone footage last night. Beautiful view. It's a beautiful place, and views like this are why we camp every weekend. The world is a beautiful place, and we want to take advantage of it and see as much of it as we can. So that's why we're out here, and we're gonna go try to find some more cool stuff today. Come along with us. We'll show you anything we're seeing. Mount Washington coming into the frame to the far right there, the real pointy one. So we'll see what's next. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this weekend. It's been a good trip. We started off over on the coast, mapping some trails over in the Mount Hebo area. Then we went over to Sisters, mapped some trails there. The first night we camped, we could hear the waves on the ocean. That was really nice. And then last night we had a heck of a view of the last bit of light going down on the mountains. Then today we had lots of mountain views, and it was just a good trip. This is a lot earlier than we usually get home, but we're about 10 minutes away. About to be able to see the Columbia River over here, the Columbia River Gorge in the Dalles, Oregon. And thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Next weekend we're either going to be in the Olympics or we'll be down in Nevada, so stay tuned for that. And do us a favor and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to grow our account, trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I've also decided to wrap the Jeep, full wrap on the Jeep. I'm going to do that at 1,000 subscribers, so stay tuned. You'll see a short video coming up where you can weigh in and help me pick between the two designs I have. But that's it for this one, and we'll see you next week.